Hello, beautiful beings. Thank you so very much for dropping by this video. I had an insight a long time ago that it was very important for me to learn to differentiate uh, Christ from Christianity and to really hold a firm boundary to follow Christ and to be very skeptical of Christianity and very, I would say, discerning or questioning, that I could, in essence, that I could trust Christ absolutely and completely. Like I could trust my life and my soul to that being, that he's got my back and that he is completely trustworthy. Whereas Christianity is not, in my view. So what does that mean? How to do that? Well, I'm still figuring out the how. But what it means to me is that the person of Jesus Christ, what he did while he was here on this earth, and what he has continued to do while not on this earth, though I sometimes wonder if he's come back and hung out behind the scenes, or maybe in disguise intervened, or maybe walks among us this day. That's a question I have. But regardless, what he did when he was here on this earth and what he's doing now, and his person, his being, his soul, as being the thing that I offer my allegiance to, that I place my trust in, not anything written about him, not any beliefs by any people who say they follow him, not any particular church or denomination or organization. That's what I call Christianity, the things that were written about him by other people. Opinions, views, theology, interpretations, usually of that book, by people other than him, and any organization or church that's not directly run by him, which would exclude all of them. So in essence, the way I distinguish Christ from Christianity is there's the person of Christ, or you could say the spirit or the soul or the being of Christ. And there's all these other people who are talking about Christ, and usually, in essence, talking for Christ. Well, I feel done listening to those people, and I feel ready to listen to this guy. And I also feel done giving my authority to a book. Now, for some people, that's just absolute blasphemy, and that's okay. I'm not here to convince really anyone of anything. I'm here to share my own experience and views and hopefully support other people as they deconstruct or recover from all the people who said they were speaking and acting for Christ. So that doesn't mean that I don't go to churches. That doesn't mean that I don't talk to and listen to Christians. And that doesn't mean I don't read the Bible. But what it does mean is that I don't surrender to any of those things. I do not surrender to the Bible, meaning I don't give authority to the Bible. I don't give authority to any particular teacher or preacher and or individual. And I don't give authority to any organization or group. I give authority to the person who that book says is the King of Kings. I don't know if he's the King of Kings. I tend to believe he is, but that's another topic. What I feel in the depths of my soul is that I can trust that guy. I can trust him absolutely and completely. So that means instead of going through a book, through other people, or through an organization, I go right to that guy. I go right to him and say, please guide me. Please help me. Please show me the truth. And it's not easy, because it's a lot easier to read a book. It's a lot easier to read another person, listen to what another person says. It's a lot easy to go to an organization and do what they tell you to do and believe what they tell you to believe. And it's very powerful to feel a part of a group, whether it's a particular congregation or a prayer group or a denomination. It's very powerful to feel that sense of belonging. I'd say it's a primal human need and a primal spiritual need. So I'd like to read. I've been reading this beautiful book called Jesus is Calling, and I'm going to read something from it and share a few thoughts. You almost caught an accident live on camera. So this is not planned. I'm just opening up to a specific one. Okay, this is and for those who don't know, so this is this was written by Sarah Young. She was a evangelist and she went out and did conversion, a missionary all around the world. And she started to do this practice where she would try to listen to and hear from Christ. And she wrote down what she heard. Now, I don't necessarily agree with everything that she believes, and I definitely don't agree with everything in this book, but I get a lot out of it. So this is March 31st. Taste and see that I am good. The more intimately you experience me, the more convinced you become of my goodness. I am the living one who sees you and longs to participate in your life. I am training you to find me in each moment and to be a channel of my loving presence. Sometimes my blessings come to you in mysterious ways through pain and trouble. At such times, you can know my goodness only through your trust in me. Understanding will fail you, but trust will keep you close to me. I mean, there's so much in this paragraph. I feel like I could just talk about this forever. So for me, this gets at the essence of what spiritual life is about, is feeling the presence of the divine and seeing the hand of God at work, especially when things aren't going well, especially when things are painful. And that God longs to participate in my life, in your life, in our lives. Yeah, this is very profound for me. So what is the purpose of life? I believe we get a very beautiful vision of what the purpose of life is. I am training you to find me in each moment, to stay connected to God in each moment, and to be a channel of my loving presence. Talk about a beautiful vision of what the meaning of life is. And let's just be clear. What I love about this book is she's a missionary. She uses very traditional Christian language, but she got to the essence. Through listening to Christ, she really got at what I consider to be the essence of the spiritual path and of being in relation. And it's profound and beautiful. So that's what I have to share today. Thank you so very much for dropping by, and look forward to sharing more and hearing back from some of you. Many blessings to you.